Coach Drass, you want to talk a little bit about the game today overall?
Well, I mean, congratulations to Stevenson. They were a good football team. We knew they were a good team. Going into it, I thought our kids played real hard. I thought that we made a big play, Nick and Bryce at the end of the first half. And that was I wouldn't say it's a turning point, but I thought it really put us in good shape as we looked at what we wanted to try and do in the second half. And even though we didn't get the first downs in the first two series, after they scored, we were able to kind of, move the football, and really combine, some really good running with some good, ball with the ball in the air, and then kind of, I thought the defense, with the exception of maybe two plays, really played some of our best defense, of the year.
Jamar, huge game for you today, career high in yardage, 3 touchdowns. What was do you embrace that, or what was that the game plan coming in to feed you? I think you carried it 36 times.
Did that break Brandon's record?
For carries, I don't think so.
No, for touchdowns in the career.
He did that last week.
No, you tied him.
Well, he tied him last week, but he broke
it this week.
Oh, nice. That's pretty impressive.
The all-time school record for touchdowns he broke last week. Mm-hmm. He passed Caduso. But all right, talk, Jamar. I'm sorry.
I mean, on film, they didn't really let anybody run on him. So I mean, we came in with a chip on our shoulder. Line, we all got together. It's as simple as getting a push. I mean, on film, other teams weren't really getting a push. And we had trust in our guys. So that was the game plan, to come in and try to pound the ball as much as possible, because that opens up the pass and it just opens up everything. So,
Matt, talk a little bit. You're playing tackle over there. How you guys came together as an offensive line and really powered over 300 yards rushing today for you guys. I think a season high, like 341 or something like that. Can you talk a little bit about the offensive line?
Yeah, well, for the past 2 games, we've seen 3-man fronts, and this week wasn't any different. So we just prepared like we prepared the past 2 weeks for a 3-man front, and they did exactly everything we saw on film, and we were coached well, and we were prepared for them. So that's all we did. We just wanted to run the ball, and we were successful.
I'll tell you this, the offensive line did a great job, but you watch that film, and Matt played as well a game as you're going to see of an offensive lineman, period.
And then, Bryce, you benefited from that a little bit. First of all, why don't you talk about the play before halftime? Kind of reminded of the Salisbury Hail Mary, but from a couple of years ago, but it just looked like you had gotten position down there in the end zone, and the guy in front of you had his back to you. Can you talk about what was going through your head down there?
Well, I see Nick made a play, stayed on his feet, threw the ball in the air, and did my job. What coaches tell us to do, make a play. It was a close game. Jumped up, caught the ball, brought it down to the ground.
Could you see the ball the entire time?
I saw it the whole way.
Okay.
I saw it leave his hands. People said they couldn't even see me because I was so short, but when the ball was time to jump, I jumped at the right time and caught it over.
And talk a little bit about some of the success you had today. Over 10 catches, 10 or 12 catches today, and it seemed like there was a concerted effort to get you the ball out in space today.
Oh yeah, Jamar was just running through the guys, so it was opening up the game for me, get me the ball in open space, and it was able to run. The line was doing great. Even when I got the ball to run the ball, they were giving great push, got me outside, got me almost 10 yards of carry, so we were looking good, having a great time, and the game plan worked.
Samer, talk a little bit. You had coming into the game had only given up 7 points all year in the third quarter. You guys gave up 1 today during the third quarter, but you did get a couple of turnovers in that first 5-minute period after halftime. Talk a little bit about what happens at halftime that has made you guys so successful in the third quarter.
I feel like we just make little mental mistakes during the first half, and we come into halftime and just readjust and just recuperate and then go over our game plan and switch it up a little bit.
And talk a little bit about the the play of your defense overall. DC today, 4 sacks. I know he's bounced between linebacker and but talk a little bit about the game that he had today.
I feel like our whole defense is playing really great now. I mean, besides the 2 touchdowns, like Coach Drass said, we did play our best defense. We can always get better. So we played really good today, and we just got to keep going.
And it seemed like you guys were able to shut down the run for the most part. Was that a focus coming in?
That was a big focus because on film we were watching, they were running all over teams. We emphasized we're not going to let them run on us. We knew that coming in they were a good team, but we weren't going to let them run on us.
Yeah, I mean, on film, the 3 games we had, their offense was a hot knife through butter. And we really tried to simplify what we were going to do on defense and make sure we understood our run fits and make sure we kept people in front of us. And we blew 1 call, which cost us 7 points. But on the whole, the guys did a really, really good job with that.
But the job Mike Ed's done, I mean, you've been in that spot where you're trying to build almost from scratch. I mean, can you just talk about the season they had and what he's accomplished?
Well, Ed, and Coach Hoddle, was with us here. He cut his teeth, coaching at Wesley College, I'm just real proud of him, and what he's accomplished there, and he's somebody that is, Ed and I were talking on Tuesday, and I just sent him a note and just said, it's special to me to play in a game where I'm coaching against somebody, who has a history with Wesley football. Coach Knapp and I have been here for a long time, and we've had some coaches go on to have some great success. Ernie McCook, at Shepherd, and going to the national title game last year, and obviously Coach Hoddle, having success with Stevenson this year. So we're just real proud, of his success, and we like to think a little bit of his success came from his experience coaching here at Wesley.
For you guys offensively, first couple drives, did you kind of have to just get into the game? What made the offense pick up for you guys?
I think this, the one thing I've noticed with our offense, and these guys will tell you, Coach Knapp lets me have zero say in anything the offense does. Although on 4th and 17, I wasn't going to punt, so I will take credit for not the call, but going for it. I think this is just confidence, and here's the one thing that I would say about our we're not going to lose. We're not a team that's going to press a panic button. We're not a team, these guys have been on the field at Mount Union when they were down by 40 points and came back and almost beat a team 62-59 when they were freshmen. There's nothing that's going to faze them. So when you have confidence in yourself and you believe in the game plan, it's going to work. And we have a couple drives that stall. We're going to stay with it, and it'll work. I think that's the one thing that we can say about our offense and defense is that, we're confident, and we believe in ourselves.
Jamar, rushing for as many yards as you did today and getting the record for rush touchdowns, where does today rank in your football career?
I mean, it's up there. I would say it's first. I mean,
You had that big game, MOT, remember, where you had 5 touchdowns in 7th grade?
I did. I'm kidding. It was, the O-line, they play good every week, but this is the best I've seen them play, to be completely honest. So, I just followed behind them. Then whatever comes natural after that.
All right, guys.